Hello everyone and welcome back to Trinity online channel. Now today's video is for two groups of people. A new member that has joined the guild and wants to get higher salary. I'm gonna recommend you not just how to get a recontract but also how to get it fast. The second tip is also for your future progression in the guild. If you become an officer one day, you will want to know how to give people recontracting of salary. So this guide will cover that in a short moment as well. So without further ado, let's jump into the steps. The first step you want to do is press G on your keyboard for the guild window and then go to this second guild member status icon, and the first item I want you guys to look at is this activity column. There's a white number and a green number. You just need to focus on this green number for now. You want to earn as much activity points, which is this green number, as possible, and for every 100 points you earn, you get a 1% raise of your current contract salary, okay? And the maximum amount you can gain before it caps you and stops you is about 10,000 points. Alright, so at 10,000 points you can no longer gain anymore. You need to ask your officer for a recontract. Alright, so how do you get a recontract? There are a few conditions. Number one, you cannot receive a recontract, that means a renewal of your contract, if you have gotten a new contract for the past 24 hours. And how do you tell? It's when this icons over here at the last column becomes red. If it is red, means you have received a contract for the past 24 hours, you cannot recontract. If it is yellow, yes, you can receive a recontract anytime. If it is blue, it means your current contract has already expired, so you must quickly get a recontract, otherwise you don't get any guild missions or guild buff. So how do you go about recontracting for officers? And for members, this is actually a good thing to know. Every guild has their own policy. So for my guild, in this instance, we give you the maximum raise amount. So every time you recontract, we give you the highest amount possible for your next contract value. So when you request for a recontract in my guild, you will type 789 in guild chat and everybody will know that is a request for recontract. Officers will click on your guild contract icon over here. Officers will then click renew, and then officers will need to set a date duration, okay, a contract duration. So for example, if the officer sets to 180 days, this is the first step he must do, okay? If he sets the value first and then to set the duration, your contract value will go to the lowest, okay? So for officers, take note, you must, step number one, click on the duration first. After that, step number two, you must click into this box and click max. Step number three, again, click into this box and click minimum. If you don't go by these steps, the contract itself, the value will go down to the minimum. Okay, so I repeat one more time. Step number one, click the duration. Step number two, click the slot over here, which the numbers are, then click max. Click the slot over here, which is the value box over here, and then click minimum. This is the correct method, alright? And then all you need to do is click send. After you click send, the person will receive a contract notification and he will click accept. Once he accepts it, you can see here, the contract icon is red. When you're in red, you cannot receive another recontract until it turns yellow for the next 24 hours. So next, I'm going to show you guys how to earn this guild activity points quickly. So there are a few ways to level up your activity points quickly right from the start at a very low cost, okay? First thing first, you must find, using this NPC finder, you find the material vendor. So when you click on it, it will lead you to this material vendor over here in Valia. And what you want to do is interact with the material vendor, click the shop icon, and then look for this thing called the empty bottle, alright? And you want to buy multiples of it depending on how far you want to test this item. I'm just going to buy 100 of it. You can obviously buy 1000. Now each piece is only 50 silver. You have more than enough money to afford a few thousands of it, alright? So just buy it, and then what you want to do is go straight down this path towards the ocean. Alright, it doesn't need to be an ocean, it can be a river, it can even be in a fountain, it doesn't matter. Okay, it can be anywhere as long as there's water. So you don't want to go like this. No, don't go too deep because you end up swimming. So don't put yourself too deep. You don't want to be at the top here because this is too shallow. Just walk in to about knee level over here, alright, about this distance, and you want to open your inventory. Once you open your inventory, you want to right click this bottle. Okay, you want to right click this bottle, and you can see that my character is actually doing a gathering motion, okay, collecting the water. Now I want you guys to pay attention. If I'm gonna do it one more time, to look at the bottom of the screen, look at the bottom of the screen, there's this repeat button. Click on it so that it will auto repeat, and then you don't have to do right click again and again. Alright, so next I'm gonna show you as it repeats itself. I'm gonna press the profile window over here. I'm gonna show you guys the life skill info. So what we are doing is actually called gathering, which is this first item over here. So at this point, gathering, you can see it will increase each time it gains one round of gather. Okay, so you just wait and you'll see it's now 81%. So at the start of this AFK activity, I'll call this a semi-AFK activity, you can actually use your energy for this, okay, and it will very quickly go up to, you know, beginners 10, beginners 20, so you can try this, okay. Now, once you run out of energy, what else can you do? Okay, what else can you do? This is where I'll encourage you guys to watch my worker empire guide so that your workers can bring in more things for you in your storage. So if your workers have brought in a lot of things for you through my worker empire guide in your storage, you can open the storage at the storage NPC, and from here you will be able to see that you will have an abundance of materials from, let's say, 5,000 worth of eggs, because I sold a lot recently, to maybe almost 100,000 worth of corn, or even more than 100 over thousands of potato. So right now I'm just gonna take out about 1,000 potato right now. I'm gonna put it in my inventory, and then I'm gonna take a step back, just slightly away from people, and I'm gonna press L. Okay, once I press L, this is the processing window. And then if I have potato, I will use grinding. Once I select grinding, this is the potato over here. I'm using this example because once you start worker empire, this is the first thing you can go for already, alright? And once you right click the potato into this section, you can start the processing by pressing this button over here, and you can see that my character is actually processing right now. Alright, grinding the potato into potato flour. Now I'm gonna press the P window again. This is called processing. Okay, it's now at skill 7 over here. So each time as it process, alright, it will raise the EXP. Okay, each time as it process, it will start to raise the EXP bit by bit. And I hope this is something that can help you guys, because one thing for sure, processing doesn't require energy. Okay, it doesn't require energy at all. So at skill 7, you can see that each time it finish one round, the EXP bar does raise by a bit by a bit. This is a good AFK activity if you have already started your worker empire, and it doesn't use energy. Okay, it doesn't use energy. If you're wondering what energy is basically over here, this one on the top left of your screen. Alright, so when you do gathering like the bottle version, it will cost energy, and when energy goes to 0, you can't do it anymore. So if you guys gonna try the things in this guide, quickly watch my worker empire guide as well, and then while you watch the worker empire guide, quickly set it up, and then so that when you run out of energy, you can do this version of processing. Of course, having 2 life skill in a row, like gathering and processing level at the same time, will definitely increase not just your activity point, but also your income as well. So I hope this 2 simple tip, which is beginners friendly, that you guys can use at the start, will help you guys out in your journey in Black Desert Online. Now, I have more guides like my passive income guide to teach you guys how to do AFK fishing. Of course, fishing is slower in leveling, but it does help in the long run as well. If you're interested, check out my passive income guide as well. And all the pets guides that you need to know that can help you with gathering, I have it as well on my website. So be sure to check out my website. I'll end this video here. Hope that it has helped you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.